One of the pretty critical presentations last year in Italy was regarding the antigen presenting cell, commonly known as the dendritic cell because it looks like a tree, but the name antigen presenting captures its function, and its role is to, as a macrophage, is to ingest a substance, a cell or a foreign body, and then process that antigenic marker for that object, and then it migrates to the nearest lymph node and presents that information to the lymph node, which then mounts an immune response.
Wow.
And we know that the immature macrophage that's awaiting the ingestion of the material, the maturation process is mediated by the cannabinoid system. And so if you have a system that can be enhanced with exogenous cannabinoids, it's quite possible that that process can become more effective, and you have a way of explaining how cannabis is effective in cancers, because we know that the only reason a tumor is allowed to exist is because the immune system thinks it's normal. But that presenting the antigenic material is a decision that I believe can be enhanced and helps to capture at least a speculation as to how cannabis can shift the decision to no longer allow a cancer to exist in the body, because once the body mounts that response, it migrates over, ruptures the nuclear membrane of the cell with that antigenic marker. That cell is dead, and then it's evacuated and removed, and the tumor cell by cell is removed by the immune system. So we're looking at a system that is normally very, very effective. I've heard up to 1 million times a day this system identifies and removes proliferations, which are just benign growths, as well as abnormal dysplastic growths or a cancerous growth. And so that decision to remove is a pretty key point in the whole process. And if exogenous cannabinoids can enhance the maturation, if not enhance the function of those cells in making the decision, it can change its perspective on a tumor cell and suddenly decide that, wow, this stuff's all over the place, there's metastasis here and there, but wherever it is, we need to remove it. And the immune system is more than capable of going out, destroying and removing cells that have that surface marker wherever it finds them. And so you see these cases where someone has had a large space-occupying lesion, and suddenly it just gets lighter and lighter and disappears. That's the process by which the immune system, which is the best way to approach a tumor, rather than using a chemotherapeutic agent that is targeted to kill cells that are dividing, and then the side effects are, if the intestine is dividing, those are killed, and you have real GI upsets, and hair is dividing real quickly, so those are killed, and you lose your hair. So they're indiscriminate in their actions, where the immune system targets. You could liken the antigenic markers of a cell to an address, and so a very specific sequence that's unique to that cell, and the immune system, once it's activated, will, any structure that has those numbers on it, it will destroy and remove them. So you have very focused, very specific reaction that results in the tumor being eliminated without all the side effects associated with kind of indiscriminate chemotherapies and radiations that will damage whatever cell they strike. I mean, you try to limit the radiation to the tumor, but you end up hitting cells in front of, and beside, and back of, and so you have a lot of side effects with a lot of the traditional anti-tumor medical procedures.